Good morning. I want to thank you all for keeping your appointment. The Way of Meditation service and the Way of Meditation, period, is your most important appointment of the day. The groundwork has been laid out here by the Reverend Wendy Silvers for you to be available to the morning's practice. Now, your surface mind may be saying, I have a lot of appointments during the course of the week. I have appointments with my family, I have appointments with my business partners, I have an appointment to get to work on time, or whatever the case may be. But you never want to leave home without having your appointment with the presence that is never an absence. If you miss your appointment, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. In other words, if you're not having conscious contact with the presence, which is your very life, by the way, which is inspired wisdom, divine intelligence, unconditional love, perfect peace, intrinsic joy, wellness, well-being, and more. If you're not having conscious contact with those attributes of the Spirit, then you are rushing out into the world, making appointments with your surface mind. You're making appointments with your fictional character that you've created. The fictional character, of course, is personality traits, egoic perceptions that formulate a character and oftentimes a caricature of who you want to be. However, within you is your real self. It's not something you make up with your mind. It's not something that you put on. It's not something that you can go to a Dale Carnegie class and win friends and influence lovers. No, it is your real nature that becomes uncovered through spiritual practice. So that you go out into the world, but you're not of the world, you're not reacting to the world, you're of your real nature and being. When fictional characters are out here in the world, that's called the friction of fictions. Because fictional characters never get along. Through willpower, they can pretend to get along, but the egoic perception creates competition. It creates a false illusion that somebody can make you happy, or someone is supposed to make you happy, things of that particular nature. But when you make your appointment with the presence, and you start having real insights into your real nature and being, and then you have real embodiment of those insights through continual practice, then you don't go out into the world looking for the world to give you anything, looking for people to make you happy. No, you go out into the world as a radiant expression of the Spirit. You are a gift to the world. You are a spiritual gift to whatever environment you come into, because you're not clutching and clinging and trying to get things from people. You are representing the presence of God. You are representing the presence, the attributes of the presence. Now, this does not come with willpower. You can't just imagine it, though that may be a start. There must be an insight. There must be a revelation. There must be the peeling of the onion. There must be a releasing of that which is not you, that which you have adorned yourself with throughout the course of your years in order to fit into the world, to fit into your family, to fit into your group of friends. As you take off the transitory adornment, you'll see that you glow and you shine with the presence of God, and you don't need to put anything on it. You have to just let your light so shine before men and women and individuals that when they see and feel you, they see and feel the warmth of the Spirit of the living God. We used to say back in the day, when somebody was ostentatious or just too much, we would say it was like putting rims on a Rolls. You already have a Rolls Royce. You don't need to put rims on them unless there's some kind of deficiency in your character. Oh, I'm not enough. I got to put rims on my Rolls. Well, individuals are out here. They don't know who they are. So they're adorning themselves with so much egoic desire that they're covering up the presence. Meditation is the way in for you to escape the little perceptions of the ego. I'm not saying you don't look good when you go out into the world. I'm not saying you don't shower and bathe and have your hair just right and have the wonderful things you want to wear. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the egoic adornment of personality traits, pretending to be what you think you should be in the world. No. With revelation and insight through meditation, you discover and uncover and embody who and what you are. Who is an individualized expression of the what. The what is the emanation of the presence. The what is the presence. The who is your unique expression of the presence. As Jesus the Christ said, who by taking thought can add 1 cubit to their stature. You cannot add anything to yourself. It's already here. This is why we say the perfect, whole, and complete, and that perfection is not stagnant. It's constantly unfolding. A perfect idea of you unfolding to reveal the infinite nature of the Spirit. Capital S, Spirit. That's who and what you are. So once again, thank you. Your soul thanks you for keeping your appointment. Without your appointment, you'll find yourself being disappointing and disappointed in the world. Not you, not here, not now. Let's be still and know that I am God in the midst of us. And so today, with our back erect but not rigid, we just take a moment and we squeeze our shoulders to our ears. We clench a little bit, face, the scalp, every orifice. We just squeeze everything. Release. So if you've practiced doing the opposite of what you want, you've practiced being in tension, intenseness, so the body can just relax and release to the field called gravity. You're not going to fly away. You're not going to fall off your chair. You can just let go. Today we place our hands downward, symbolic of bringing heaven to earth, symbolic of being a descended master, bringing the eternal into time without being time blinded. So we're seeing the eternal and the timeless, bringing the timeless into time and space. We establish our intentionality. We are sitting to have a spiritual realization of our oneness with the presence that is never an absence. We can call that waking up. We can call that having a spiritual realization. We can call that having an awareness of our oneness with God. Not a man in the sky, but a presence that's never an absence. We establish this intention. We embrace this intention with our attention. And within the field of our awareness is our intention and the body breathing. You are not your body, but you have a body. The body is in your field of awareness, and you can notice that the body's breathing. In this particular practice, it doesn't need any help from you. We're not doing pranayama right now. We're just watching the body breathe. Why is that important? Because as you've heard me say over the years, you cannot breathe in the future. You cannot breathe in the past. This breath is present. It's presently happening. So as you're witnessing the body in your field of awareness breathing, you're staying present. And we assume the posture that is called lowly listening, receptivity, availability, openness, yielding to a truth that there is an eternal broadcast. Let there be light, let there be life, let there be the presence everywhere. And so we sit as if a great secret is being revealed. So there's an availability, an openness. We listen with that which created the ear, and we see with the consciousness that created the eyes. And always, as I remind you weekly, we sit as if this is the very first time we've ever sat to practice the art and the science of meditation. Be ye as a child, that ye may enter into the realm of heaven, ever expanding good. Come with the beginner's mind. This is our first time. Listen with your whole being. depth of your being. The presence is saying, be still and know that I am God in the midst of you. If the mind wanders, you come back to your intention, your breath, and begin again. exercising dominion over your attention. Your attention belongs to you. It does not belong to the world. It does not belong to those who have agendas for you. It does not belong to high-priced advertisers that want to take your attention and tell you who you are and what you need. Your attention does not belong to the paid advertisement called the news of the day. Your attention belongs to you. And right now your attention is embracing an intention to realize your oneness with life itself. Guard your attention. Protect your consciousness. You are here for God, God consciousness, waking up to your glorious nature. Your attention. Let us take a nice inhalation. Release. And allow ourselves to revel in the awareness that there's so much to be grateful for. Beyond the world of appearances, the world of limited perception that produces experience around limited perception, there's so much to be grateful for. Life itself is oozing everywhere and wants to allow us to ooze with life, with generosity, with love, with peace, with harmony, with compassion, with absolute wisdom and transformational knowledge. We stand as a living exclamation point for the Spirit of the living God. And in this moment of pure, radiant gratitude, we begin to recognize the presence. We recognize God everywhere. feel so one with the presence of God that we're able to proclaim, I am. I am what thou art, and thou art what I am. No distance whatsoever. No otherness. No separation. One with God. It is from this awareness that we enter into a dynamic spiritual authority. The word that is spoken is a law unto itself that only knows its own fulfillment. It knows nothing else. It doesn't tarry with yesterday. There are no obstacles. There are no hindrances. It only knows its own unfolding, and it is spoken with the authority of one knowing that all that there is God, and that everything that really is a manifestation of the only thing that really is. I speak it for each and every one of us today, that the divine intrinsic freedom is activated. Freedom to be ourselves. Freedom to glow with an abundance and a prosperity. Freedom to glow with well-being and wellness. Free to glow with a joy and a harmony that comes from our intrinsic nature, does not come from the world, so the world can't even take it away, cannot snatch it, because the world didn't give it. It comes direct from the presence of God, divine source of all creation. This is where we live. This is where we live. This is where we give from. This is where we shine from and glow from. This is where we dance from. This is where we love from. God is not the author of confusion, but of a sound mind, because there's only one mind, and that's the mind of God, of which we are an individualized expression of. Today's a great day. Go ahead and accept it. Just accept it. Don't look for the evidence. Accept it, and the evidence will follow. Because the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Stand in this awareness, and evidence will follow. For this, we give thanks. The day is set, and we allow it to be so. And so it is. Amen. And Ashe. Once again, thank you for keeping your appointment with your higher self, your real self, your essential self, your real self, your timeless self, the presence of God in the midst of you. Your day can now unfold with an ease and a grace because you've become receptive. This is our opportunity to activate our spiritual muscles of generosity and giving. You did come to the world to give, to share, to shine, to radiate. You did not come to get, though your mind may have been hijacked by materialism and consumerism for a period of time. You're now setting yourself free, and you're aware that you've come to the earth to share your gifts, your talents, your capacity of expansion to give more life energy. So you practice that with the gift of tithing, the gift of donation, offering, however it is you want to describe that, gifting. And you can begin right now. For those of you who have been vibrational members of Agape for periods of time, and you're already in sync with that, that's a part of your way of living. God bless you, and thank you for being the underpinning foundation for our ongoingness, particularly during these last couple of years when things have been a little different. The very first time in history that healthy people have been locked down. Those who've been giving, you've been shining and absolutely supporting the community, and it's so appreciative. You already know how to give. Please go forward and give now. For everyone else, if you want to step into the giving frequency to set yourself up for permanent prosperity, you can begin by taking your phone and texting the word give to 424-321-6243. 424-321-6243. Text the word give. Your phone will prompt you, and you choose the amount you want to give today and the regularity of that gifting. If you put cover after the amount, that means you're covering the expenses of that technology, so your full gift will go to Agape. If you'd like to go to our website, perhaps you're on YouTube right now. Perhaps you're on YouTube on another day, but you're tuning into the Way of Meditation service. Your gifts are still appreciated. You can go to our website at agapelive.com. There is a banner at the top there. Eventually it'll say donation. You hit that banner, you follow the instructions, and give your gift. If you'd like to mail it in, you make out your checks and money orders to Agape International. You mail it to Agape International, 8549 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1156, Beverly Hills, California, 90211. You can mail it in. It always comes in right on time. For some reason, it's always on time. So mail it in right now. If you're on my personal Facebook page, if you're on Agape's Facebook page, you can donate there as well. There's a donate banner or button, however you want to describe it. Follow the instructions. But step into your givingness. Step into generosity. It makes you feel good when you give. And it becomes a foundational piece for permanent prosperity. Thank you in advance for your generosity. The Reverend Julie Moret is going to come forward and highlight some of the wonderful things happening at Agape.
Good morning. Visit agapelive.com for details, and all times mentioned are Pacific Standard Time. Today, Teen Agape meets online at 11:15 a.m. Click the Teen Agape banner on our website to register. Preteens ages 9 to 13 meet at 2 o'clock. Children ages 3 to 8 meet at 3:30. Both are live on Zoom. To join and get your Agape Youth Fun Packs, email revleon@agapelive.com. The Crisis Support Clinic is open Mondays from 4 to 6 p.m. to receive Zoom information for your first-come, first-serve appointment with a licensed practitioner. Email crisissupport@agapelive.com. This is offered to the community at large, so anybody may participate. Sign up now for HOT, honest, open, two-way communication. It's Saturday, April 30th at 1 p.m. featuring Reverend Dr. Coco Stewart and practitioner guest speaker Janet Dion, marriage family therapist, certified integrative body psychotherapist, will be joining together for an exciting Zoom event that tunes up the volume on communication as a spiritual practice. To register, go to agapelive.com/hot. Monday through Saturday, we will see you on Facebook Live at 8 a.m. for daily prayer and 12 noon for meditation. And Agape community gatherings meet every Friday at 5:30 p.m., connecting community for an enriching, inspiring gathering led by our Agape practitioners and ministers. Email scg@agapelive.com for details. And finally, Reverend Michael's nutritional supplement line is here. If you have ever wondered, I think we all have, how does Reverend Michael maintain his vim, vigor, and vitality? Then meet Adapto Zen, Reverend Michael's new premium line of nourishing supplements in partnership with NutriRise, comprised of the various superfood formulas that Reverend Michael has been taking for years to maintain his health and energy, and it's all condensed into one product line called Adapto Zen. It's got the superfood greens and vitamin D3 plus K2 drops. They boost your energy, mood, and immunity and give your body temple the high-quality nutrients it needs to thrive so you can maintain your health and live optimally, especially during times of high stress. Order yours today. I've got my order in at NutriRise.com and get 10% off your first order. Many blessings to you.
Thank you very much, Reverend Julie. And thank you for your generosity. You want to pray to be generous because the givers always have something to give. That's a law. If you pray to be a giver, the universe will give you something to give. And then you'll learn, as it states in the Psalm 25:3, I think it is, you live from the overflow. your cup runneth over. That's a good way to live. We turn within this moment and we give thanks to the great God of the universe that's closer than our breathing and nearer than our hands and feet. We bless this spiritual community known as Agape International and all of its evolutionary collaborations, staff, ministers, practitioners, university, students, congregations around the world. We bless this divine and perfect spiritual idea known as agape, and we give thanks that it continues to unfold, being a shining spiritual lighthouse for this time in human history and beyond, and that we have all of our needs met with ease and grace and spiritual dignity. We bless all of those individuals that are supporting this community and those that have a desire to support that may not be able to do so right now. We bless everyone and give thanks that everything is working together for our individual and for our collective good. And it's happening now. And so it is. Amen. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself, because you're showing up for you. You may want to stand right where you are and feel this particular song written by myself and Tim McAfee Lewis a number of years ago. It's called I Forgive Me, because all forgiveness is self-forgiveness.
I'm tired of the guilt.
I'm tired of the guilt. Guilt is not a spiritual strategy.
That brings me pain.
Blame is not a spiritual technology.
Now is the time for me to let go.
Now is the time for me to let go.
The past behind me.
My past is behind me.
I see anew.
I see anew.
I'm ready for my change.
I'm ready for my change, my transformation, my unfoldment.
I'm ready for my change.
And so I forgive me.
I
forgive you.
forgive me.
I forgive we.
I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender.
Surrender is not giving up. It's yielding to the excellence that's within you.
I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for
Oh, doesn't that feel good?
my change.
Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good?
I forgive them.
I forgive them.
I forgive them.
I forgive everyone.
Everything
That we've been holding on to.
I
We let go.
surrender.
I surrender.
I surrender. Said I'm ready for my change.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm
ready.
I'm ready.
And so we stand with a greater readiness to leap into a greater expression of our real and true and timeless identity. We let go of anything and everything that would hinder, delay, obstruct, or deny the fullness of life from moving through us, that we may bring the realm of ever-expanding good on earth as it is in the heart, mind of the infinite. And it's all happening right now. We give thanks for this, and we allow it to be so. Therefore, we can say, and so it is. Amen. Have a bright day. You've had a great appointment. Peace and blessings.